What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 107 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room, and I just want to give you all a recap of the AFC and NFC Championship game that we had this past Sunday. So let's get into it. The AFC Championship game, the Bengals beating the Chiefs in a thriller, 27-24 in overtime. Joe Burrow, 250 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. As for T. Higgins, 6 catches for 103 yards, and the rookie Jamar Chase, 6 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown. As for Chiefs QB, Patrick Mahomes, 275 passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Travis Kelce, 10 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. And Tyreek Hill, 7 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. So the Bengals advanced to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1989. The Bengals are now 3-0 in the AFC Championship game, and they were down 21-3 in the second quarter. But that's no problem for Burrow and company as they come back and win the game. And the rookie Jamar Chase, he just continues to show up again in the postseason. I know he didn't break over 100 yards like he did his first 2 postseason games, but he scored a touchdown at a big moment in the game too. This is his 4th touchdown catch against the Chiefs this season. And although the Bengals had 116 rushing yards while the Chiefs had 139 rushing yards, the Bengals were still able to win, and that's credit to their defense. The Bengals defense had 2 picks, 4 sacks, and a goal line stop in the end of the second half, which I'll break down in a little bit. Huge momentum swing. And in the first quarter, the Chiefs easily scored to take a 7-0 lead. But the Bengals respond with an Evan McPherson field goal to make it 7-3 Kansas City after the first quarter. In the second quarter is where it got ugly because the Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns to make it a 21-3 ball game. But the Bengals are able to respond with a 41-yard Samaje Perine touchdown catch, which makes it 21-10 Chiefs. Now, this is probably where the biggest play of the game was made. There's 5 seconds left in the first half. Kansas City has the ball at the Cincinnati 1-yard line, and they have no timeouts left. And so instead of trying to kick the field goal, they shovel a pass to Tyreek Hill, who stopped at the 1-yard line by the Cincinnati defense. Time expires in the first half. It's 21-10 Chiefs. And have the Chiefs scored a touchdown to make it 28-10, or even got a field goal to make it 24-10, maybe this outcome of the game would have been completely different, especially with Kansas City getting the ball back to start the second half. So Kansas City does get the ball back to start the second half, and they have to punt. Cincinnati punts on their next drive, but then so does Kansas City. So on the second offensive drive by Cincy, they're able to get a field goal to make it 21-13 Kansas City. And on the Kansas City next drive, Patrick Mahomes is picked off. That sets up Cincinnati with a short field, and which leads to a Jamar Chase touchdown to make it 21-19 Bengals. But the Bengals go for 2 points, and they're successful to make it 21-21 after the third quarter. So it's tied up going into the fourth. The next Chiefs possession, Mahomes is sacked. The Bengals get the ball, and then Burrow throws an interception. So on the next Chiefs possession, they have the ball around midfield, and Mahomes is sacked again. He's sacked again by the Bengals defense. So on the next Bengals possession, Joe Burrow escapes a couple sacks on that drive, and he uses his legs to pick up first downs, which sets up an Evan McPherson field goal, making the score 24-21 Bengals. But the next Chiefs possession, they get it back with a little over 6 minutes left. They drive all the way downfield and kick a field goal with Harrison Butker as time expires in regulation to make it 24-24. The Chiefs win the coin toss in overtime, which, everyone's holding their breath because they won the coin toss last time in overtime against the Bills and scored right away. But in the first few seconds, Patrick Mahomes is picked off. And the Bengals are able to capitalize on that, and they drive downfield and get an Evan McPherson game-winning field goal, 27-24 Bengals. So the Bengals were able to beat the Chiefs twice, 2 times in the same season, and they did it in the same fashion, which was they were down 2 scores. they're able to come back and win it with Evan McPherson field goal. And Burrow, he gets a lot of credit for the win, and he definitely deserves his props. But big shout out to the Bengals defense. They were able to get pressure, sacks, and turnovers on Mahomes all in the fourth quarter. And they only allowed 3 points in the second half, while in the first half they allowed 21 points. And Evan McPherson, another big credit to him. He has been money all postseason long. He's been clutch. He's been doing it all for this Bengals team. And I told people, when the postseason started, the Bengals were a problem. And I'm glad people are finally seeing that. I really think they can win it all. On to the NFC Championship game. We have the Rams beating the Niners 20-17. Matt Stafford, 337 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Cooper Kupp, 11 catches, $142, and 2 touchdowns for him. And Odell Beckham, 9 catches for 113 yards. As for Niners quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, 232 passing, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Deebo Samuel, 4 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. And George Kittle, the tight end, had a touchdown catch on the afternoon. So the Rams are back in the Super Bowl since 2018. This is the second time under head coach Sean McVay that they've made the Super Bowl. And the Rams got the job done with Stafford playing well, with their run game doing well, and their defense making stops. Their defense held the Niners' rushing attack to only 50 rushing yards, which the Niners were able to just run all over anyone this whole season, this whole postseason. And the Rams made sure that didn't happen. On the Rams' first possession, they drive downfield, but Stafford is picked off by Jimmy Ward in the end zone. The Niners punt on their possession after that pick. It doesn't lead to points. And after the first quarter, it's a 0-0 ball game. So the Rams strike back in the second quarter with a Cooper Kupp touchdown to make it 7-0 Rams. And on the next Niners possession, they respond with a touchdown of their own to Deebo Samuel to tie it at 7 apiece. On the next Rams possession, they're able to go downfield and try a 54-yard field goal with Matt Gay. That is no good. He misses that. So the Niners get the ball with a little over a minute left around midfield, and they're able to go down there, and they kick the field goal as time expires in the first half to make it 10-7 49ers. The 49ers start the second half, I should say, getting the ball back, but they have to punt. And on the Rams' next possession, they get a 4th-and-1 situation. They try to QB sneak with Stafford, and he's shut down. Turnover on downs. The Niners take advantage of that. They're set up shop at midfield, and they get a George Kittle touchdown, and they jump up 17-7 in the third quarter. The next Rams possession, they're able to respond with a Cooper Kupp touchdown, and it's 17-14 Niners. The Niners are then have to punt on their next possession. This is a huge play in the fourth quarter, probably one of the biggest plays of the game. Matt Stafford throws a bomb downfield, and there is the safety Jaquiski Tartt waiting to catch it like a fair catch. He had this. He had it in his hands, but dropped it. That is going to lead to a Matt Gay field goal to tie it at 17-17. The Niners go 3-and-out again and have to punt. So what do the Rams do? They're able to march downfield and get another Matt Gay field goal to make it 20-17 Rams with 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. With 1:15 left in the game, it's 3rd and 13. Jimmy G is about to get sacked by Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's dragging him to the ground, and he kind of just tosses the ball up in the air, and it's picked off, and that ends the game. And the Rams are now advancing to the Super Bowl because of that. And all I have to say is that I'm very happy for Matt Stafford. He deserves this. True football fans know how good Matt Stafford was and is. He was just in a bad organization with the Lions, and you see what he's able to do when he's on a talented team with a talented roster like the Rams. He's able to get to the Super Bowl and perhaps win the Super Bowl. And what can I say about Kyle Shanahan and the Niners, man? They blow another 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. It's unbelievable. We saw this happen in the Super Bowl a couple years against the Chiefs. It's like, I don't know what happens in the fourth quarter with Kyle Shanahan, but everything just crumbles apart. But you know what, Niners fans, you don't really have much to complain about because you guys were 3-5 at one point and went on an amazing run, and made it all the way to the NFC Championship game and only lost by 3 points on the road. So you guys have a lot to be happy about. Sure, you didn't make it to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, but just the fact you guys even made it to the championship game after barely having a shot at the playoffs was quite amazing itself. And now we have Matt Stafford versus Joe Burrow for Super Bowl 56. Great matchup. I can't wait to watch this. This is probably one of my favorite Super Bowls I'm ever going to see because you have two guys that are just fan favorites. Matt Stafford, Joe Burrow. You know, I don't care who wins. I'm going to pull for the Bengals, but I don't really care who wins because, you know, both guys definitely deserve a Super Bowl win in their career. Well, that's it for the AFC and NFC Championship game recap. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram. Do what you can to like, share, and promote my page and my content. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.